Warning: the opinions expressed in this video do not represent YouTube associations, agencies, nor any particular individuals. They are merely from three guys trying to pass the boredom of everyday life. Some explicit content may occur in this or future presentations. Viewer discretion may be advised, but ignored if you're into that thing.
What's going on, guys? The Big Bad Wolf Benny here.
I'm Wild Man West.
And I'm DJC.
We are on day 3 of our 12 Days of Christmas special. And today we're going to be doing a classic from the 90s, Jingle All the Way.
Oh.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. We got the late Phil Hartman in it. Sinbad's in it.
Sinbad.
A couple of good there's some actors in there.
Yeah.
You know, then you got some actors in there just in the background, like Kevin Nash and...
Yeah, and it also has one of the debut performances, if not the first or the second one, Jake Lloyd. The young Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
He's been, he doesn't act anymore. He's been dealing with a lot of personal problems, but we hope that he, gets better. That's all I can say about that.
So anyway, guys, whole movie idea is Arnold Schwarzenegger's a dad. Works a lot, doesn't get to see his kid. His kid feels let down even though, he's working, take care of his family. But kids don't understand that. So anyways, he asks his son what he wants for Christmas, and of course he wants the big hot item, the Turbo Man doll. Cool. Everybody, we've all had that one Christmas where we wanted the hot item.
Oh, yeah.
So basically this whole movie is just Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to get the toy for his kid. That's all the movie really is. A lot of cool stuff happens, some funny stuff. He gets to dress up like the superhero, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a Power Rangers ripoff, technically, kind of, sort of, a little bit, with a little other superhero mix in it. So
like Superman, Iron Man.
Pretty much. So it's kind of cool that Arnold got to dress up as a superhero and do all this stuff. But that's basically the whole movie is he gets redeemed in the end by, his son in the son's eyes. So, of course, it's Christmas time. So that's really all we can say about the movie. Now we're going to jump into what we liked about it and what we didn't like about it. And I'm going to start off with what I liked about it. It's relatable to everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody, be you a boy or a girl growing up, there was that one toy that you had to have because it was the hot toy of the year.
And not just that, but they're the family, or Phil Hartman, and his son was kind of that snotty little punk that got everything he wanted. And we all can relate to that because we've all had kids we grew up with that would always get the hot item before the holidays, and even get it on the holiday, and with an expansion pack.
Even now, growing up, now that we're all adults, I mean, none of us have kids, but...
Not that I know of, but...
We have nieces and we have nephews, so we kind of know how you feel. So if you grew up, watching this movie and now you do have kids, you can kind of relate to it a little bit depending on how old your child is.
Or if you're a big kid... And you just
go
out and buy it yourself.
Yeah, so
that's
very
what we do now.
Very relatable movie. I don't know if we would end up getting on stage dressed as a superhero, fighting other things like that. I mean, you never know. Maybe
I would.
So anyway, that's what I like most about this movie. Is very relatable to everybody.
I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, for me personally, what I love about Jingle All the Way is the comedy between all of the actors within the film. I mean, Arnold and Phil Hartman's banter back and forth is just priceless.
Put that cookie down!
Yeah, we got the infamous "Put that cookie down!" And there is a remix of that.
Stay tuned after the episode for that.
Yeah, it is a good one. But mainly because of the fact that Arnold was more so in the 80s, the action guy. Yeah. You had Terminator, you had Predator, you had Commando.
Conan.
But when you get into the 90s, he started getting into more family-friendly movies like Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, he's starting to get older. He's got a family himself.
Because I don't know if it was before or after his heart surgery, but I think it really dawned on him that, he started...
He's not invincible anymore.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's why, I mean, a lot of those movies kind of got panned by reviewers because they're so used to him being an action star.
That's what's not fair, because he is actually a pretty funny guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he is.
The way he delivers his stuff is pretty funny.
Even the movie Last Action Hero was not that great, but the comedy was...
It kind of made fun of itself about the action genre, so... I mean, that's why it kind of broke the fourth wall, and I just don't think, at the time it came out, they were ready for it.
Not just that, I think... With that being said, Jingle All the Way is the exact same thing. It pokes fun at the masses.
It does.
It really does. But yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that I liked about the movie. So DC,
well, yeah, I mean, like we were saying earlier about how the whole everyone can relate to, like with the whole Cabbage Patch Kids back in like 1985, 84. During that whole thing, my dad was a security guard at Zare, if anybody remembers how that. And he was working there when all that happened with the whole Cabbage Patch Kids. So there's definitely war stories of people attacking each other.
People still do it to this day.
Still do it to this day, and Black Friday type thing. Also with like when the whole Tickle Me Elmo craze was going on, it was kind of like that too. So yeah, I mean that's what I take from the movie is that there is a lot of that relatable type.
Yeah,
like social commentary.
Yeah.
There's not really anything I don't like about the movie. I think it goes at a nice, good pace. Like you said, everything's just really relatable. So it's like you could actually see this happening in real life. I mean, like I said, maybe a little. It does go a little too extreme on it a little bit towards the end.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
the radio scene.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing that I really didn't care for. Because of, obviously, being a comedy, there's going to be, some slapstick humor that wouldn't really happen in real life. Because in, present...
You do that now.
In real life setting, if you use the word bomb in a building and police are there...
Can't do it anymore?
Nope. But yeah. So anyways, I mean, just kind of that willing suspension of disbelief.
Different times, though.
Well, yeah. But at the same time... Yeah.
It's fair enough.
The special effects a little bit when Arnold is Turbo Man flying around. It was goofy, but then again...
At the same time, it wasn't supposed to be a superhero movie. And they
No, I mean, I'm going more so on the fact of it was goofy, but at the same time, keep in mind it is in the 90s.
And also it's supposed to be a parade, too, though, so the special effects would have been primitive anyway, because it's during a parade. It's not like it's being shot on a movie set. You know what I mean? Even though it is a movie set, so... It worked, and I think it looked really good. So anyway, let's just jump right into grading if we don't have anything else we got to complain about.
No, I'm good. Yeah,
I'm going to give this one a solid A, just because, like I said, it moves at a good pace. Being so relatable, and then, I mean, obviously since it's a movie, like you said, you got to add that slapstick humor in there, because otherwise the movie will get boring. But otherwise, I think it's a good, solid holiday movie. It really does show Arnold's more comedic side, even though he does still do a couple action scenes here and there in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I'd probably give it an A-, just a little bit. It's just because, like Ben said, it is a very decent holiday film. I mean, it's better than Christmas with the Cranks, I can say that for sure. But I think it was just, sometimes with the humor, it was almost like too many cooks were in the kitchen because you've got somebody like Arnold who can jump back and forth from action to comedy. You have Phil Hartman, that was a comedy legend.
He's a god.
And Sinbad, he's funny to an extent. Granted, some of his jokes, like regular stand-up, hit or miss. So, and when he started getting into family films, it kind of
changes up. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, because I mean, we were so used to some of their humor in like whether it was action or dark comedy.
Yeah,
and then when you do family friendly, it kind of goes the route of Richard Pryor in a way.
Yeah. So,
but other than that, I mean, I'm not going to dog it though. I'm just saying. It just, when you have too many cooks in the kitchen, sometimes, the product can be overdone a little bit. So, but A-.
I would give it, I'd give it an A. Give it an A. It, like you said, it's fast-paced, and it keeps you interested in it, and, there's a lot of things, like I said before, of, from the past, of different toys that I wanted, that... I wish my parents went out and did and all the things that Arnold Schwarzenegger did to get those toys. But so I give it an A.
Fair enough, guys. So we're gonna close this episode out. This was day 3 of our 12 Days of Christmas. Make sure you stick around. We still got 9 more to go. be sure to check out the rest of our stuff that we offer on Dragonfire Entertainment, such as our Wild Wolf show that we're on, and all our little side projects, Check us out. Make sure you guys give us a like if you liked it. Give us a dislike if you didn't like it. Leave us a comment what you feel we could do better. Tell us that we did good. But as always, guys, we really do ask you, push the red button. It is a season of giving, and we could really use your support.
And speaking of being the seasons and all, now we're going to be kind of like people on the corners trying to raise money. Ring that bell, too. Ring that bell, because the more times you ring that bell, you'll get automatic updates. We forgot to talk about this a lot lately.
Oh, man, I don't think we ever talked about that.
Yeah, we never did. Yeah,
shame on us.
We're pulling the good elephant out of the living room on this one. But, yeah, because then that way, once we post our videos, you'll be getting an automatic update, and then you get to have some fun and, not wonder when the hell's the next episode going to be.
You already know.
So anyway, guys, to close on out, I am the Big Bad Wolf Benny.
I'm the Wild Man Wes.
And I'm DJC.
And we'll see you tomorrow on day 4 of our 12 Days of Christmas.
Put that cookie down, down, cook it down.